Hey guys, we're back on Hypermine, and I'm going to show you a few of the little bits and bobs I've been doing. First of all, look at my scruffy, beautiful skin. You wouldn't believe it, but I am actually fully armoured up, and I have a jetpack, and oh there. Yeah, I'm rocking the modular power suit, which is giving me full armor. It makes me able to run very fast. Ooh, and jump tall buildings with a single bound. Boing. Nearly. There we go. Can I jump this? Not quite. Well, if I can't jump it, I can always, oh, wrong key, fly over it, whee, and move even faster with the jetpack on. This stuff really is really very cool. It's not that expensive. I've also got a power tool which has a crafting bench, and don't mind that little glitch. I don't know what does that. There we go. It's got unlimited ender pearls. Unfortunately, this thing does cause a bit of lag because you can move so fast that the server kind of has to refigure out where you are. But pop, boing. There you go. It's got an EU reader, which doesn't seem to work too well in multiplayer. And a plasma cannon. And also it works like a sword, like a shovel, like a spade, like a pickaxe, and like an axe. It's altogether awesome, fantastic stuff. So that's really good. Thanks to Armitage for helping us out with a couple of components to get the jetpack. He just gifted me the components I needed for the jetpack because I don't think he could really bear the fact that I couldn't fly. Funny guy. Yes. So what else have we got going on? Well, we've got this thingy doodler. So this is my storage system, and I was gonna record an episode on this, but really it is just kind of putting it together. At the moment it's a very basic setup, and it's just like no brains required. It is really expensive, especially in quartz, which does not occur commonly enough to make it easy. And I was helped out a little bit by Craftbench and also quite a bit by Slipgator in terms of getting some quartz together. But yeah, it's accessed through this, which is quite a nice little terminal because you can craft in there. Which is cool. And if we go down here, this is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks, and that is my entire storage system. So it's pretty awesome. The actual storage itself is this controller unit and a disk drive which contains these storage disks. And then we've got some cable that goes up to the terminal upstairs. We have this import bus which goes to this ender chest, and you can see things flickering through, and the other end of that ender chest is at my quarry. We've got a chunk loader to keep this thing loaded when I'm not online, so the quarry still has somewhere to put its stuff. We also have an ender tank and a thermal generator, which is cool. And thanks to Lone Wolf and One Wolf, the two wolves, they helped me out with this, just getting the invar together to upgrade, because I had a geothermal generator here. And again, like a lot of the guys, it just could not bear the thought of me using such a lowly device as a geothermal. So they helped me upgrade this to a thermal generator, which is awesome. So I've also got this incredibly technical thing here from Omega. I believe what this does is it stores 3 buckets of lava, which is amazing, really. If you have just 3 buckets of lava in this space, so thanks, Omega. Really, that's really helpful. UK Vamp gave me this little table, which I think is awesome. I will move that into the house when I start building the house. I'm going to take that. I've lost my direct book to the pump, so I can show you the pump. So I'll have to go make a new one. Have I got books on me? I think I raided somewhere with lots of books. Yes. So yeah, Omega also did some gardening for me, which is really nice, and put a sign up. So the place is starting to feel like home. Yeah, so let's go have a look at it's amazing. You'd think that was the jetpack, it's just the jump boost. We'll go have a quick look at the quarry. Nothing, it's not changed too much really, apart from we're now using this way. Boom. There you go. See, I've outrun the server. Okay, where's my quarry at? It's over there. So yeah, the setup's pretty much the same, except all of the chests and barrels have been replaced with my ender chest. Did have a little bit of a derp up. Oh, there we go. Server's decided I'm back here. I did have a little bit of a derp up. I didn't put down enough chests before I switched over to this, and so sorry guys. A few items dropped on the ground. Wasn't too bad, but yeah, not what you want. How close is this to finishing? Wee, poof. Oh, pretty close to finishing. What? Maybe 15 more layers? Or less. Less than that. Less than 10 even. Oh, it's getting quite rich down here. It's been... Oh, this is me running out of stuff and going manually mining underneath the quarry to like top up on redstone and things like that. So yeah, that's the quarry. We'll pop over to the nether and I'll set a new book to the pump. Seems I've lost my other one. I just dug out a ways. Oh yeah, this suit will let me run up this like it's staircase. It's like the Boots of the Traveller, the Thorncraft item. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah, so I just went out a ways. I was hunting for glowstone, and when I decided to when I decided to set up a pump, I did it out here as well. Now, if we pop over here, you can see, there we go. You can see that's my pump down there into the lava, and you can already see some of the lava's being pulled away. I'm not using a hell of a lot of power, to be honest. Just powering the storage blocks, the applied energistics. Matter energy storage, that's what it's called. So yeah, I'm not using a lot of lava yet. Have I? Oh no, there we go. And if we come down here and here, there we go. Right, before I forget, let's make a new book. Cool. So yeah, we've just got a pump here, and it's running off 4 redstone engines, which is cheap if slightly space inefficient. I don't think it's a big problem. I'm barely using any lava really, so it doesn't have to pull vast amounts at a time. So this is okay for the moment. Other end of my ender tank, and a chunk loader. So that's pretty simple. It's a lot simpler than the setup I had to do this on the old server, certainly. Right, get rid of you, and boom. Okay. However, so I've done the front half of these walls here. You can see. Let's see if I can make it day. His Armitage is in, but I think he might be in his base, which is in the nether, so hey, fantastic. So I've done the front half of the walls here. No, not that. Thank you. And I did end up putting these bricks in on strategic corners, as it were, and I think that helps make it not just a cobble monstrosity. So I quite like that, and I put this little arch in here, and I think we're going to call the place Mount Woolly. But yeah, at some point I will have to start building an actual house up here, but I'm kind of waiting for inspiration to strike. However, I have a plan for today. People have been pretty good with community builds on the server. We've got the awesome portal hub. I think it's such a nice build. And the community processing unit, which I've been using a lot because I have not got any machines of my own yet. And the House of MJ. So we've got a buildcraft power project, and an industrial craft, if not a power project. It's powered by industrial craft. Now I figured let's do a Redpower community project, and rather than building like a device, a machine that does something, I think, oh, where have these come from? I think what I would like to do is build something I think we're going to call LeckyGen, which is kind of, if you're from Britain, you might get that. It's kind of a pun on PowerGen, which is a British electricity firm. And Redpower bluetricity, is very closely based upon, it's reasonably accurate to how real electricity works. So it's got quite a bit to figure out to it. And what I'd like to do is have a power plant that, and then basically cable out bluetricity to spawn and basically supply free bluetricity to the server, and also to myself as well. Now, bluetricity, also one thing is bluetricity requires, to produce in any significant quantities, requires quite a bit of space, and so we're going to build it out here. And I'm thinking basically this area, kind of maybe from these trees here over to the autumn wood, which is still loading in, well, over to this water here, is going to be a wind farm. Slightly ambitious in size, I'll grant you, but I would like to produce massive amounts, like more than you could possibly ever want to use in bluetricity. So this area here will be a wind farm, And this area over here in the desert is going to be a solar farm, because we don't get weather over here. Now you do have the day-night cycle, but I don't want to build it in another world, and there's no way to transport bluetricity interdimensionally without doing some system where you charge batteries up and push them through an ender chest, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to build it somewhere else. I want to build it in spawn. So yes, let's have a look at some stuff. So today what we're going to do is we're going to design our wind turbine. Design like for the wind farm. Now, although they're not the most efficient, we're going to be using these wooden windmills. And that's simply because they look better. So what I'll do, let's build a little bit here. And let's back off a bit. Pop you in there. Brilliant. That's a pretty good height, actually. Maybe want that to be higher. So maybe another about that. Whoop. Yeah, that probably looks a bit better. Cool. Right. Now the reason we're building this, by the way, why we're not all building it all in the desert is, apart from the fact that I don't want to build it all in the desert, you need weather really to take advantage of the kinetic generators. They produce a lot more power when it's raining. So we're gonna have our solar for when it's day and clear weather. That will make up probably, well, maybe not the majority, but it will help make up for the shortfall in these things when the weather is nice. Okay, so that's that. Now, what we're going to do is have a think. Let's have a think. I want to do some experiments. So one thing I want to do is these the windmills themselves deteriorate. You can see if you look in there, you get a damage bar on them. So they deteriorate over time. So what I want to do that was actually well, what I want to see is, can we automatically replace wind turbines, the windmills themselves, when they run out? So run that up there. Oh. And let's grab one of those and one of those. We'll put that there and that there. And have we got a lever? No, we don't have a lever. Ho hum. Right. So if we put windmills in here, if we do this, it's not going to do anything because there's nowhere for it to go. The question is, does a kinetic generator's inventory work like a normal inventory? So if we take that out, oh, let's check it doesn't do something weird at the top. Okay, cool. Oh, one must have gone up without me realizing. That's brilliant. That's fantastic. So if we, or I say we, although I want to do the actual wind farm and solar farm myself, I don't really feel the need that, I have to do every single part of this build. So, oh, I get it. Yeah, there's one in the buffer of the filter. So when it goes away, it instantly starts going up. Yeah, so I don't have to do every single part of this build. So perhaps someone else, but if not, then I can make a farm an automatic farm that produces and harvests string from flax, a wood farm that produces that farms the wood and let's go sleep and turns it into sticks, and that way, and then we can autocraft them into canvas and sails and wooden windmills. The only thing that wouldn't be included would be the iron slab strips needed for the windmills, and then but it could all get auto-crafted together, and it can automatically make wooden windmills to go to feed the farm, which is great, and they don't break that often. So, oh, Ekiman joined just before I slept. Ah. Oh. Hey, Eki. I must get the night vision installed on this, on the helmet of my suit. Yeah. So anyway, that talk of automatic windmill production is far in the future. Being able to automatically replace them is something we had to figure out now because it affects the design of the turbine. So the next thing to do is, let's have a look. We need to bring the power down. Let's do this and that, and let's see how we can get the power down to the ground. Now I have a feeling what I can do is, if I run these covers up the front, what? Oh, double clicking or something. I am convinced that my mouse is broken in some way. Oh, look at that. Right. Okay, so then let's grab some of this. Oh, yeah, that looks like it's joining. Get out of the windmill. Come on. Oh. And bring this all the way down here. Then, oh, that was a few too many blocks. Oh, I wanted that one. There we go. Right. We can put a battery box. There. One final bit of blue alloy wire, and that looks good. Okay, right. Yes, look at it. It's going to start charging. Well, it will eventually, when it decides it's windy. Okay, so that is working though. That's fantastic. Right. I would have thought that one of these would have charged this. Now I wonder if my blue alloy wire is too long, because that can be a problem. You get strength loss over distance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break all of this alloy wire. In fact, I can probably do this. Like that. Now the question is, I have a couple of these guys, and come on, get out of my inventory. Can I put? I can, and that's too low. But if I put one of those there, then it should auto rotate to line. No, come on. Okay, did it? Screwdriver, that's what I need. E. Right, so now... Oh no, that's blue alloy wire, idiot. I need... high voltage. Come on. There we go. Right. So now let's see if that battery box behaves itself a bit better. Now I won't be able to interface it directly with that. I'm going to need to step the voltage down again. Which means I probably won't put a battery box at the bottom of each one, because I was going to step it up anyway, but not until after the battery box. But let's try this. Pop you there. You joined? You not joined? Better. And then battery box. You're not receiving? Do I maybe have to put... I might have to do like a little wire like that, maybe. I don't know. In which case I'll need to do the same up there. Whoa. Get back on. Whoa. Come to me. Thank you. Right, let's see if that works. That's interesting. I wonder if it is... Let's see what wind this thing's got. Oh, it's barely got any wind at all. Right, we're going to have to wait until the wind picks up a bit to give this a proper test. So, yeah, I will come back to you. Okay, so I've gone back to running a standard cable up straight into the kinetic generator. I've moved it around on the back so that the generator's on the top of this tube. It is charging, just not as fast as I expected. Now, these windmills are not as powerful as the vertical wind turbines, but they don't really look like a thing to me. And I want this to look like a wind farm as I recognise them. And wind farms have windmills and look awesome. Unless you're in Britain, in which case most people think they look terribly rubbish and hate them, and it causes all sorts of problems. People just not in my doorstep. That's the thing. They come up with all sorts of odd reasons why the wind farms are a bad thing. From low-level ambient vibration, which is meant to do weird things to your health, but is entirely unproven. Maybe, yeah. To that they look rubbish, to that they cause environmental damage, which is a bit of an ironic statement considering what it is they're talking about. But I don't know about where you come from, but in the UK, wind turbines are white. And the closest, cheapest white material that is not like wool or something like that, that I can find is metal iron covers. Whoa. Yeah, you have to be careful around these things. Don't fly into the blades of a windmill, or a wind turbine. It causes all sorts of weirdness. Right. I'm going to cover this and get back to you, I think, because my mouse is being particularly frustrating at the moment. So Yes. See you in a mo. Okay, so that's covered. I would prefer this not to be 2 blocks deep, but it's the only way I've currently thought of covering this blue alloy wire. I'm just not sure how. I don't think, can it be? No, look. I don't think there's a way of just kind of putting like it so it's half. And it can't seem to share, although I've not tested right enough. Oh, this is charged. Look at that. That's good. That's what we want. We'll have a grid of these batteries that'll all hook up to a high voltage network. You can't put them on there. Put wire on here, surely, can you? No. Oh, no. And there it goes on the front. I don't want the wire on the back, like just kind of visible. Okay. I shall have to have a think about that. I have a feeling that this... I have a feeling that this should be bigger. Maybe just longer. What do we reckon? No, yeah. There. And maybe... Was that the last one? That was the last one. Okay. No, that looks weird. Okay, well, I'm going to have a play with this design. It's going to be roughly like this. Unless I can figure... The only thing I'd like... actually... let's put that on there. The only thing I would like to do, I probably won't have the battery showing at the bottom, I'll put that underground. Really, if I could make it so it's one wide, I tell you what, let's do this properly and see what it looks like with the cable on the outside, just for the sake of completeness. I'll come back to you. Okay, I actually think that looks better with the 1x1 pillar and the exposed cable. I wish there was a way to put that on the inside with the tube or something. There is a problem here that this is now exposed, and if I put a cover there, it cuts the wire and stops it working, so I'll have to think of that. I could possibly put a back box in there. Could I do that? Will you let me do that? Do I need to get rid of that? Which is better than a gap. I'll have to see how that works, because I don't know how well it will balance between the two. I think the final touch, though, is a floating lamp. Is don't crash into me aeroplanes please lamp. I believe that's the official technical term for them. Yeah, we'll put it on top of the back box. Like that. Yeah, well, I think that's the design we're going to go for. If you've got any comments or suggestions about this cable, better ways to keep the pole slim, then that would be awesome. But yes, that is what we're going to do. And that is all, definitely all we've got time for today. I'm going to be building a lot of these, like 50 or something. So, yeah, until next time, guys, take care of yourselves. Bye bye.